In this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 supplements for women in their 40s. And if you're watching and say, hey, I'm in my 30s, what about me? I got you covered. Check out the last video. That one is for you. And if you're in your 50s, well, you're just going to have to stay tuned. So without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Renee, a double board certified physician with over 20 years experience working with women. And before I get into the content of the video, please do me a huge favor. Just know that this video is for informational and educational purposes only. So if you choose to start any new supplements, please check with your own personal doctor first. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Okay, so this decade is near and dear to my heart since I am 48 years old myself. And I had to really give a lot of thought, what 5 supplements, if I had to pick only 5 to take, would I prioritize? So here they are. So the first 3 supplements are the same as for women in their 30s. Number 1, B complex. Number 2, magnesium. Number 3, vitamin D. And why are they the same? Well, women in their 40s have the same problems as women in their 30s. So the reasons are essentially the same. There's one little difference, however. Women in their 40s may be utilizing the oral contraceptive pill, also known as the birth control pills, for other means aside from pregnancy prevention. Women in their 40s typically start encountering heavier periods, maybe crampier periods, so their doctor actually may put them on the pill to help control their periods. And as I said in the last video, birth control pills will actually deplete your body of the B vitamins, so B complex is super important for you. Okay. So let's move on to the supplements unique to women in their 40s. Supplement number 4, Diindolylmethane, also known as DIM. This is actually something our body produces when we eat cruciferous veggies like Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli. And you might be asking, so why don't I just eat my veggies? My question to you is, do you really think that you're getting in the daily recommended amounts of veggies? And I would venture to say probably not, since only 9% of Americans actually do get in their recommended daily amounts of veggies. So what exactly does DIM do? It actually helps your body break down estrogens into healthier forms, thereby balancing out the estrogens in your body. So why would I recommend DIM for women in their 40s? This is a decade of life where estrogen dominance prevails. And what that means is, of the 2 female hormones, estrogen and progesterone, estrogen is more dominant. And this is for 2 reasons. Number 1, women in their 40s are naturally producing more estrogen in relation to progesterone. But then there's a second factor. And this is from years of putting in and on our body endocrine disrupting chemicals, which are actually further increasing our estrogen levels in our body. This in turn leads to that significant imbalance in estrogen and progesterone. And not every woman can have testing. Maybe her state doesn't allow for it, or maybe she can't afford it. So I usually recommend women in their 40s that are experiencing symptoms of estrogen dominance supplement with DIM. And what are some of the symptoms of estrogen dominance? Well, number 1, mood swings. If you find yourself very irritable, on edge all the time, that could be one indication. Another second common symptom is weight gain, especially around the midsection. And women in the 40s, a lot of them are experiencing heavier periods, crampier periods. That could definitely be a sign of estrogen dominance. So if you have any of these symptoms, you may want to consider supplementing with DIM. So number 5 supplement for women in their 40s, vitamin C. This is a really important antioxidant when it comes to helping your body defend itself naturally. It's an integral part of the immune system and is also really great for brain health and heart health. And what I love most about this critical nutrient is that it's non-toxic. Your body will actually not allow you to take too much of it because of a concept called bowel tolerance. And that means when you get to a certain level of consuming vitamin C, you will start developing loose stools, at which time you will naturally stop taking any more because you do not want to have diarrhea. Really what that means is your body has enough for now, stop, and consider taking more tomorrow. Another amazing thing that I love about vitamin C is that it's water soluble, meaning your body uses what it needs and then it gets rid of the rest. So 2 factors leading to the non-toxic nature of vitamin C. So why would I recommend vitamin C for women in their 40s? Well, by the time we get to our 40s, we have had a lot of toxins introduced into and onto our bodies. This includes such things as toxic skincare and beauty products, as well as maybe, exposing ourselves to a little too much sun, maybe drinking a little too much alcohol, especially over the past year, maybe eating foods that aren't the best for our body. So vitamin C can actually help with the inflammation and free radical damage that's actually been caused by a lot of these unhealthy behaviors that tend to build up and lead to some problems occurring in our 40s. Vitamin C actually also helps with progesterone production, which again, when it comes to estrogen dominance, this is really important to help bring estrogen and progesterone back into balance. That is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe and hit that little bell to be sure you get notifications for any upcoming videos. And on the subject of supplements for women in their 40s, there are others that I could recommend based on specialty testing, which is functional medicine testing, or based on particular symptoms that a woman's having. But this is an overview of the top 5 that I would recommend without ever having seen you. Leave a comment below if you've ever tried any of these supplements and how you did with them. And if you are interested in working with me one-on-one, well, why don't we hop on the phone and see if working together is a fit? There is a link down below to apply for a call. So let's get you on to better health today. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. We'll see you again soon.